Every now and then a break is needed from all these greetings and meetings. I'm thankful that I can be in, but I need a break. Cause this life can be suffocating, traveling different locations, trying to get this money made.
And I believe it that I need it. These evil heathens are deceiving. My seed is in need of exceeding. We flee.
Yo, what's going on? This is Current Climate. My name is Christian Dane. All right. Got my boy Shard here. Shard, say something.
Hi.
Got my boy Juicy here. Juice, say something. We got Shard back. Shard was MIA on the last two podcasts.
Had to work, boy.
Tommy,
you ain't got no damn job.
Hold on, wait a minute. Now I got a job.
you always say you working. Nigga was home the whole time.
I had to work. I work
Niggas
on.
at home chilling.
Yeah.
I had to work.
You ain't got
man.
no damn job.
I had to work.
Um.
Gotta have a job to support this luxury pad that we record.
Oh man, yeah, that's what you want to call it.
Yeah.
Recording on a damn
All I gotta
cardboard
do
box.
All I gotta do to pee is turn left. Got enough room for a bathroom. I got a luxury pad.
Man, you see what happened last night or yesterday? Big news in the NBA.
association.
Let me see where we going. We got Phil Jackson
All right,
leaving. We
we'll
got
start with-
Melo talking about leaving today.
We'll start
we got
with
Chris
CP3.
Paul.
CP3 is going to the Rockets.
CP3 going. I think that it automatically makes Houston a Western Conference
No,
contender.
I don't think so.
no.
I mean, not to beat Golden State, but definitely
I
to
don't even
play
think-
in the Western Conference
I
Finals.
don't think that either.
I do.
I
They're
don't
not-
even think they get past San Antonio.
Yeah.
I think they can beat.
They're not
San
gonna play. They're not
Antonio.
playing any defense.
Danny Green may be coming to not coming because I'm not a Cleveland fan. I just like LeBron.
Who?
Danny Green may be going to Cleveland, so that means San Antonio may be losing Danny Green. CP3 just went to Houston. CP3 makes you about 15 games better.
But what about in the playoffs? How much?
Okay,
better
but
do he make
other
in the
than
playoffs?
San Antonio or Golden State, who can beat them?
I just don't see them. They have no defense. They gave away their best defensive player in Patrick Beverly. CP3 isn't known for defense, and he's getting older.
He's
Well,
actually
no, CP3
He's
can
not
play
known,
defense.
but he's not against these Western Conference teams with these great point guards.
Yeah,
no.
CP3 can play defense, bro.
He'll get burned by Steph Curry, as we know.
The
He'll
only-
get burned by Westbrook, as we know.
But see, you taking the standout plays
No, I'm
from
talking
when
about
Steph Curry
the Western
and put him on
Conference.
skates.
The Western Conference playoff teams. A healthy Tony Parker.
Tony Parker can't
healthy-
do nothing with CP3
A
no
healthy
more.
Tony Parker. He'll get by him. Mike Conley is decent at point guard.
But I mean, you talking about
decent.
CP3.
Yeah.
You
But
acting like it's
we're talking about some great
chopped
point
liver.
guards. No, we're talking about some great point guards. CP3 isn't like a great defensive threat.
Yes, he is. He
CP3
can
is great.
defend.
Yes, he is.
Besides
He can defend,
Besides
dog.
those plays where you see Steph breaking them off.
No,
Yeah.
well, that's
He
besides the
guarded
point. That's
well.
Steph does it to
But
everybody.
yeah, CP known as a really good defender.
It's
He's a better defender than Steph Curry.
Then
He's a
Russell
better-
Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
Russell don't play defense.
I don't think they should have given up Patrick Beverly. I hate that they gave up Patrick Beverly.
I,
I really don't understand. Like,
for Chris
why-
Paul,
But I don't understand
Come on now.
if he was finna walk 3 days from now. Why
Who?
did they get Chris Paul? He could have opted out and like left the contract, right? He could have opted out.
you
I don't
know,
understand
to be
why he
honest with you,
signed.
I'm not sure what
don't-
was.
I'm
what was
pretty
going on.
sure
because they wanted players. They didn't want him just to walk out. They wanted players for him.
But
Yeah,
why,
but-
if you Houston, why do you make that deal?
No,
if in
I don't
3
get why
days
Houston. Oh, I mean, well.
He
okay.
could he opted out his contract, so in like 3 days he was eligible to choose the team that he wanted.
Because maybe he wouldn't have gone to Houston.
Unless he just did that as a favor for. But if that's the case, if it's up to him,
Yeah, but
didn't
if
have
they
to
wait,
sign.
But he got
they take
he got
a
traded,
gamble.
it was a sign and trade.
It was a sign and trade.
Yeah, he signed to go to Houston. He made that decision. Hey, I'm going to Houston.
Oh,
And when they
yeah.
just traded
Yeah,
him,
but
without
maybe
his
if they'd
consent.
have waited, maybe he wouldn't
Did
have chose.
it clear up cap space
Houston.
for
He
them?
had a lot of temptation out
But
there. He
still,
trying to see where his boys play.
He signed it. He signed off on it.
Did they clear up cap space? Rockets.
I'm
They
not
got rid of
sure.
about 4 players: Decker, Patrick Beverly, Lou Williams, and
That was
a
it.
in a first round pick.
draft maybe?
Yeah,
I mean, it's worth it for Chris Paul.
it is. I agree.
I mean, and I spent a lot of time and a lot of years thinking Chris Paul was overrated until I actually understood what all Chris Paul elevates teams, man. LeBron James is the best in the world at elevating the team. That's why nobody in the NBA, you can go Kawhi, Kevin Durant, whatever you want to, but they cannot elevate teams the
Not
way
like Chris
LeBron
Paul.
can. Chris Paul can elevate teams
yeah.
not the same way LeBron can, but on a somewhat of a degree
I
that
agree.
LeBron can. He can make teams a lot better.
I agree with you there.
Now
Is it-
James Harden got an adjustment to make
Yeah.
Huge
because now
adjustment.
he
gotta
got
go
to go
back to
back to
shooting.
two guard.
But I mean, he
So-
got a point guard who in mind giving him the ball. It ain't like Chris Paul love to get people involved.
But
Yeah,
James
yeah.
Harden needs the ball in his hand at all times. He's a volume shooter.
I
Now
could
that
think
Chris
he
Paul's going to delegate who the ball goes to, Chris Paul's going to pass it around a lot more. Everybody's going to get touches now. That's going to hurt James
Well, we
Harden.
can say that about James Harden, but James Harden came off the bench
Yeah.
in OKC.
I agree.
He
But
was
this-
coming off the bench, so
but James
and he
Harden
didn't
off-
have the ball, but he did play a lot of point
James
guard
Harden off
then,
the
but-
bench and James Harden that we saw last year or this year with this MVP year that he had, MVP contender year, it's a different James Harden.
It is. He got an adjustment. To
He's a
make.
volume shooter. I mean,
He's
he takes
They're
a
gonna have
lot.
to figure out how to work it.
They need one more piece.
But
They say Melo might be coming down now.
No, I don't think it's going to
I
happen.
don't know what Melo.
That's what
I don't.
I mean, that was a report.
I don't know
yesterday.
what Melo wants. Like it's a lot of reports saying that Melo wants to stay in New York because he wants to try to reconcile with his wife, or he wants to, be around his kids to stay in New York, or did he just want to get rid of Phil? Because as soon as they got rid of Phil, he talking about now, okay, I can leave now. So I don't know if it was a tug of war going on with him and Phil.
I think you leave.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to win at the
I mean, I
tail
think
end
you-
of
I-
his career, you
I
leave
think
and go
you-
play with Bron.
I think you leave. Period. I mean, it's over. It's that little stint.
But he
over.
still wants his money. So
He's
he wants
paying.
all 54
He
left.
ain't
that
finna
he's-
get all 54.
He's
He's not
not.
finna get all that. Do you think he's worth that?
Uh,
Yeah.
I mean, Carmelo Anthony still is a great player. I don't know if he's top 10. Anymore. I really don't know if he's top 10 anymore.
Yeah.
But is he? I mean, I don't know because Carmelo Anthony hadn't equated to wins either. So how valuable is a player if he doesn't bring you wins?
I think if he goes to the Cavs, I think that makes them the top contender to beat Golden State.
Yeah. He need to go to a place
I
where
think
he ain't
so.
got to carry a team. Where he
Yeah.
could just be a whipping.
I think
Yeah.
if
Like
you have
Kyrie,
LeBron driving to the hole and he can kick it out to Carmelo to score, it's going to help out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there, that'll be huge.
We're gonna have to see how Carmelo responds to not being the guy on the team, and not only just not being the guy, but I mean you really not the guy.
He's going to be taking orders.
you gonna be taking orders.
LeBron is actually the coach.
Yeah.
I don't care who they hire as
Yeah.
a coach. LeBron
Yeah.
is the coach.
He gonna have to buy in.
He
Yeah,
gonna have to buy in.
100%.
He gonna have to do what LeBron says or get
But he-
out.
I mean,
And they friends, but
yeah.
but now you got the D up, and we know Melo is not a defensive player.
He got to sacrifice.
Yeah.
I done made sacrifices.
Okay.
The fuck was that?
I done made sacrifice. Big Sean.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Time ain't free.
Okay, moving on.
It's not a rap.
With James
It's not a
Harden,
rap conversation.
with James Harden going to the Rockets. So do you think this has put them as number 2 behind Golden State?
Okay,
Immediately.
Okay. I'm not gonna say it immediately because we're talking about a Greg Popovich team. I don't think it's the same San Antonio as we used to seeing. I don't know if this is a championship San Antonio that we're used to seeing. Greg Popovich and Kawhi Leonard keeps them at the top of the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if they still championship San Antonio. They cannot beat Golden State. People can do all that talking about game 1 of the Western Conference Finals all they want to. They may have won that first game. They would not have beat Golden State with Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. Kawhi couldn't beat all them by himself.
I got a
he
question.
just couldn't.
If Chris Paul goes to the Rockets and say they flop, say they don't make it past the first round in the playoffs, how many more years does Chris Paul have? Chris Paul ain't no spring chicken.
No, but Chris Paul not as old as LeBron and them
No,
either.
But
Because Chris Paul came out in like 05, 06.
but how many more years does Chris Paul have? He wasted a lot of his best years in the Clippers.
Well, the Clippers actually had the dynamic to do some damage, and it never.
They had
with the Clippers,
They
manifested
they
itself.
had a dynamic to make highlight plays. They never had a team that would actually. You never looked at the Clippers like, wow, I think they could win it all this year. You never got that
They
feeling.
had pieces. It's
They
just,
had, but they didn't have the complete.
But you know what they never had? They never had a consistent scorer.
Yeah.
A consistent scorer. They got the great point guard, one of the best point guards
they
of
got
the decade.
they got one of the greatest ever in the history of the NBA, 6 man.
Jamal
Crawford
Crawford
in the
yeah.
history of the NBA.
You got the great coach.
They
you
had
got two good post players.
They had one of the one time he was the best defensive player.
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan.
You got 3-point shooters.
JJ
JJ
Redick.
Redick. You know, Jamal Crawford can hit threes.
But you never watched them and were like, wow, the Clippers could win it all this year. Like you never said that once. Like
because they never had that prime time elite scorer. That's what I think.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, I think injuries and them blowing that 3-1 lead.
Yeah.
I mean,
it took some
but
gas.
a lot of times the injuries.
How long
yes, because one of them hurt every single year.
How
Blake
long has Chris
Griffin,
Paul been in the league for?
If I'm
probably
not mistaken,
05, 04,
if I'm not mistaken, he was 05, 06.
Yeah.
Something like
So
that.
how many more years? Because I'm gonna tell you, age will catch up to you fast, Darren Williams. Age will catch up to you fast in the NBA.
Yeah.
1 minute you dropping niggas off, the next
Yeah.
minute you lost your bounce.
Yeah.
I mean, how far do you see this trade going?
How many more prime years Chris Paul got?
Yeah.
Could be,
But we
maybe.
got to look at it. I mean, last year, Chris Paul averaged 18.1 points a game, 5 rebounds, 9.2 assists, played 31 minutes a game. I mean, that's Chris Paul's average for last year. That's not far off from what he's been doing his entire career.
Okay.
I'm not going to say Chris Paul's slowing down right now. Chris Paul has not played the kind of minutes that some of his other counterparts have played. Like LeBron had played extra, going deep into the finals every year. Then we playing in the Olympics.
But don't you think
and
that
stuff
Chris
like
Paul
that.
had to carry his team, the Clippers?
Yeah, he's had to carry every team.
You don't think that weighs on you?
Yeah.
And as a
yeah.
point guard too. I mean, he
I
ain't
do.
playing.
but his
like,
game ain't like an athletic
But
game.
It's not an
but-
athletic
it's
game.
he
He
more
can
mental
play
than
for a
anything.
long
yeah, but
time.
still, everything revolves around him. He has to he's the point guard. He's the one who has to make the decisions. That weighs on you. Chris
It
Paul
does.
got drafted in 2005. He's been in the
Okay.
league for 12 years.
Yeah.
How much longer does he have?
I don't think it's a question of Chris Paul getting too old. I think he's gonna be fine because his game isn't predicated on athleticism. Like now when Russell gets that age,
Yeah.
then we can start talking about how long does Russell got left. Because Russell's entire game is on, hey, I'm faster than everybody.
Yeah.
I'm faster than everybody. I'm better than everybody. Chris Paul, he got skills. Steph Curry can play 56 years with the way he plays.
Yeah.
He's just incredibly skilled at everything in the game. Ball handling, shooting, everything like that. Making players better, but it's not predicated on athleticism. So
They still gonna need one more piece.
Okay, with the team they have right now, though. Right now, the season's over. What seed are they with Chris Paul?
I don't know what seed, but it's gonna get interesting.
Let's say, because we're going to say right off the bat, Golden State's the 1. Spurs is 2. Do you see the Rockets being 3?
I'm not just gonna give Spurs over Houston yet. I need to see.
I would say I would give Spurs 2.
I need to see.
I'd
what
never bet
Houston-
against the Spurs ever. I'm 32 years old. I've bet against them every time, and I've lost every time.
I need to see what the Houston team looks like with Chris Paul at the helm, and then
You know what you're gonna get
then
from him.
I can
You
give
know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah, well, I know what I'm gonna get from Chris, but let me see how James Harden is gonna adjust. Let me see how.
Yeah.
How
You got to see what Oklahoma
the
City gonna
coach.
do
What's
too.
the coach? The
From
coach
From where?
for Houston.
D'Antoni.
Let me see how Mike D'Antoni is gonna manage
Mhm.
Chris Paul and but look what D'Antoni done with Steve Nash. Look, I mean,
Yeah.
look what he does with great point guards.
I mean,
but he's not a playoff coach because he don't coach defense.
he's never had the teams.
Yeah,
He had the team.
I mean, he has some great teams. He just doesn't.
He
It's
can't-
been reports that say D'Antoni's teams don't even go over defense.
But it was somebody
in practice.
who met him in the playoffs with that Suns team. His name is the Mamba.
yeah,
That's it.
but they came back though.
yeah. They beat Kobe though.
Yeah, they beat.
The Mamba.
Your points invalid. The Christian wrong.
The Mamba.
They beat, Christian thought Kobe beat him.
the
Mamba.
Spurs beat them.
The Spurs beat him.
Yeah.
Put them out. Both those top.
And you've
years,
been trying,
didn't they?
and you still trying to count them out. We've been trying to count them out since then.
That's what I'm saying. I always want to have the Spurs as 2 until
I
Pop
don't
retires.
like the Spurs though.
Until Pop retires.
I mean, I'm a Laker fan, so
Still, you got to give props
Yeah,
for props.
Pop
you do
retires.
got to give. Listen, San Antonio Spurs are the New England Patriots of the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that consistently championship contending team. Like they consistently compete for a championship. Even if they don't win. They won 5, they've been to 6
Yeah.
since what, 1999?
Yeah.
They won 5, they've been to 6. That's incredible.
Nah,
They gotta be like,
they won 5, been to 6.
yeah. They won 5 of them. Tim Duncan got 5. They went to 6, lost that one because Ray Allen made the shot.
Okay.
So you talking about what they like? They gotta be like number 4 on the NBA championship thing. I mean,
They
they
gotta
gotta
be-
go
they're up
Boston
there.
Celtics, LA Lakers, Chicago Bulls, San Antonio Spurs.
They're up there.
And the Spurs actually have had a better, longer run than Chicago. Chicago just had Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, and Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
So they had their decade, but San Antonio's been great for a long time. So I'm not taking anything away from them, but I don't know if this San Antonio team can win championships.
We're gonna see.
They can compete, but I don't know if they can win championships. So we need to see what's gonna happen.
Well,
with
ain't
Chris Paul
nobody
in
going.
Houston.
I mean, Golden State coming out the West.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but that's
nobody
already,
can.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody can beat Golden State.
Next other news.
But hold on. Are y'all getting a little tired of the super team?
No.
Nah, because I mean, I'm actually looking forward to them building more. Super
Yeah,
teams.
that's what I'm about to say because you saw Jimmy Butler's trying to recruit other people to the Wolves.
The Timberwolves.
I mean, the
got
Wizards.
a chance to be nasty.
Yeah,
now.
if they
Do
get
they though?
They
Yeah.
Are they
they-
winners?
yeah.
They got a chance.
if they
to
get
be
Paul George
nasty.
over there, if they get like
they
another,
got a chance.
they got a chance, bro.
Hey, they got a
Paul-
chance.
Paul
Jimmy
George.
Butler is a volume scorer now.
Yeah.
I think he averaged like 23
But
points a game.
Carl Anthony Towns ain't no joke.
Ain't no joke.
He
He's a
didn't
top
make-
10 player
They
right
didn't
now
even
to
make-
me.
They didn't make the playoffs.
It's
Who?
okay.
They didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, but they just added a
Yeah,
great,
they
But how
added a
many?
great player.
Okay, how many games do adding Jimmy Butler put to them to make the playoffs?
I think
They
they're
didn't make the play. So I mean, you
They're
get
getting to
Jimmy
the playoffs
Butler
this
and
year.
you plus 10
they're
games.
getting to the playoffs this year.
What are you, the
add-
sixth seed?
You're adding a 23-point a game score from last year, a good defender, and then you got
Let me ask you
Andrew
this.
Wiggins. That's a good
Let me
defender
ask you this.
and a good scorer.
Let me ask you this: if the Timberwolves played the Memphis Grizzlies, who would win
Right now,
next year?
next year, the Timberwolves.
They didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Timberwolves. Reason why I'm saying that, defense is gonna be ridiculous now.
Memphis defense.
Jimmy-
The Timberwolves.
Jimmy Butler with Tom Thibodeau as the coach,
I get what y'all saying,
it puts them on a
but
whole
I
nother
mean,
level.
they ain't winning now. Though. That's just like looking at the prospects. Just because they got 2 number 1
Oof.
draft picks, yeah, they can hoop. Just like Philly, they got all them draft picks down there, but can they win?
Well, Philly might be coming up
I
too.
don't-
You got trust.
you
the
can say they're
process.
coming up, but can they win?
I
Like Milwaukee, they made the playoffs. They actually win ball games. They actually compete. They actually make you play.
Yeah.
I don't get that feeling with the Timberwolves. I feel like they gonna get their numbers.
think-
But it's
But
a,
it's
it's a
not-
good nucleus
I
of
get
young
what
players.
I get what you're saying.
with a
but
group. I mean,
will
Tom Thibodeau is a.
I'm gonna
good
tell you-
coach.
will it translate to win?
I'm gonna tell you
We'll-
what's gonna
We'll
happen.
find out.
The key to all this, to be honest with you, is Andrew Wiggins. If he can mature and really become the scorer that they want him to be, we're good.
I get what you're saying.
But
I'm, just-
it revolves around him.
I'm going off eye tests.
I'm fine with
Like
that.
they hoop. Don't get me. They get numbers, but
But
can
see,
they
the difference
win?
is they've got a good coach.
Yeah, that's
Tom
what I'm saying.
Thibodeau was a good.
Tom
coach.
Thibodeau's a
He's
coach.
a good coach.
I mean, and Jimmy Butler's coming right back
Probably
into the
should
system.
have won coach of the
I
year
get-
twice. I mean, he
But Tom
just kept,
Thibodeau don't coach them. I don't think
He's
he
gonna coach
does.
this year.
Yeah,
Yeah. Tom is the coach at
Tom
Timberwolves.
Thibodeau is the coach.
Yeah.
I thought he was like the
That's one of the main
No.
things. That's one of the main things that's been talked about.
Yeah.
Is that it's Jimmy Butler's
Coming back to his,
reuniting.
Yeah.
with
I know.
Tom
I thought
Thibodeau.
he was like in the front
no,
office. I didn't
no,
know he
he's
was
the head
the
coach,
head coach.
and he makes the
Yeah.
front office decisions too.
Okay.
They give him the
Yeah.
full reins.
Yeah, he's got the.
They
full
did have a
reins.
horrible record last year, 31-51.
Yeah,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
That
Okay.
young without a prime time perimeter score.
How many games do by adding Jimmy Butler do that add to the
I think it's-
Timberwolves?
I don't think you
What,
can.
15?
I don't think you can project that right now.
I think seven.
we got to see what happens.
I think they're going seven.
It's a prediction, but
Seventh
I'm
seed in
telling
the
you,
West.
I'm going off what I've seen.
Seventh seed in the West next year. Quote me.
I mean, Jimmy Butler.
Minnesota's better than the 7th seed in the West.
The-
Minnesota will be better than OKC next year.
Let's see.
And OKC finished in.
This
the
is their first year.
7th.
I'm just saying, this is their first year together. Quote me on current climate right now. They're going to be seventh seed in the playoffs.
They'll be better than the Clippers
That'd be
with
better.
no Chris Paul.
Yeah,
they'll be better than the
because I
Clippers.
mean, Yeah, they lost Chris Paul, and they
They'll
might
be-
they probably finna lose Blake Griffin.
Yeah, they'll be better than the Clippers. So I mean, you got to take the Clippers out of the equation. They're gonna be better than OKC.
Okay, would they be better than the Pelicans? The Pelicans,
Yeah,
might,
they'll be
I'm just
better
saying
than the
the
Pelicans.
Pelicans
I think
might
so.
add a
They'll be
piece.
better than
I
the
think
Pelicans.
so.
They'll be better than
I
the
think
Pelicans.
defensive.
I don't know. I don't know that.
Minnesota.
I think Boogie. I would take the nucleus of Boogie and Anthony Davis, and if I could build around
if
that,
Boogie
I
doesn't
would
break
take it.
his neck,
Yeah, and Boogie's a cancer
you
too.
know, Boogie is a wild card.
yeah,
man.
he butts heads
I
with
know,
people.
but still.
When he's on his A game, he's great. But then I don't know.
I
I just
get-
can't.
I mean, personally, I think Boogie probably is the best.
Me too.
Big man in the NBA.
I think he's the best
Him and
center.
Anthony Davis 1 and 2.
yeah, I think
mean,
Boogie's the best center in the league
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, but you know, Boogie will go off
Boogie,
now.
yeah.
So we don't know.
at some point he got to mature. I just don't believe.
Boogie been in the league
the
for a couple
Timberwolves.
years now. How many
Yeah.
more years you giving him?
Yeah, Boogie should have been in.
Boogie
came
Boogie
along.
ain't no rookie now.
I mean, like Phil told Shaq, when until you turn 28, you're a man. I'm not sure if Boogie 28. How old is he?
You saying on current climate that Boogie Cousins is not a man?
Nah, I mean, Shaq
Don't
became a
make
man when
Boogie
he was
come down
28.
here
That's what
and
Phil
break
said.
your traps out of
That's
you.
what Phil said. I got Phil said when Shaq turned 28, that's when he became a man.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I
Boogie's
got all the respect in the world
Boogie's
for
26 years old.
26.
Boogie, yeah.
Boogie ain't
It's
no,
a big. I mean, it's a big year for him.
I mean, you just saying is he, is he still a kid or has he?
Boogie's
grown
older
up?
than
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
You know?
Anthony Davis is 24.
I get
Boogie's
what-
26.
Yeah, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
He
Boogie
still got
came
a
out
much.
before
Yeah.
Anthony Davis.
Man, 7 seed T-Wolves. I'm saying it right here.
I think higher than the 7th seed. I'm going Timberwolves. I'm going Timberwolves 5th seed.
In the
I
West.
might give
5th
him.
seed in the West.
I might give him an 8th seed.
8. I don't know.
You
why-
hear it here
I don't know why you
on
sleeping.
current climate.
I don't know
Timberwolves
why
8th
you
seed.
sleeping on them.
8th seed.
But I would actually.
I get what you saying, adding Jimmy Butler, but I mean, how many games do he add to them? I mean, he played with Chicago last year. They was the 8th seed.
Yeah, but they had a lot of turmoil going on. You know, Rondo can be Rondo. They was calling each other out. I think
get
Jimmy
that.
Butler
And I
was
like-
doing some
I like
calling
Jim-
out.
I like
Dwayne
Jimmy
Wade,
Butler a
not
whole lot.
Dwayne Wade. No Tom Thibodeau. No Derrick Rose. I mean,
I like Jimmy Butler.
you
a
have
whole
to
lot, but-
give that kind of stuff up.
Jimmy Butler last year averaged 23 points a game,
Yeah,
6 rebounds,
said that
5
from the beginning.
assists.
This don't get me wrong.
and
Jimmy
if he
Butler
goes back to being the shutdown defender that he used to be,
That's what I'm saying.
along with
Yeah.
the defender Andrew Wiggins could be, with Karl Anthony Towns being the defender that
I
he could
love
be,
Karl Anthony Towns.
with Tom Thibodeau, who is a defensive
Yeah.
coach.
It's
Ricky
fine.
Rubio steps
Hey,
up as a point
hey,
guard. They
I'm
could do
saying
that.
How
5th
long y'all
seed,
been
but it
waiting on
wouldn't
that?
shock me if they got like the
I
4th
don't
seed.
I mean, I get what you're saying.
They need one
I
more-
just don't believe
They
it.
get one more player. They get one more player at
It
power
looks sexy.
at power forward. They're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Sounds sexy.
I personally want to go back to the question that I asked a few minutes ago, though.
What's that?
Are you tired? Are you getting tired of the super team?
and
No.
we responded to you. No.
No,
But
no.
I wonder, does it work?
Why? Why do you say that?
You know what? We'll say that for another conversation.
Okay.
We'll say that for another conversation.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap it up right here. This is Current Climate. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel that we have now, Facebook, SoundCloud. Comment, like, share with a friend. Tell us what y'all think. If you agree, if you don't agree, tell us what you think about the T-Wolves next year. What?
Stop doing that.
I don't
Listen.
I don't get where that train came from.
I don't. Is it a train? Is that what it's supposed to be?
That's what it is. It's the current climate train leaving.
That sounds. I don't get it. I don't.
It sounds like
I just
some
go with it.
weird, creepy guy
Yeah.
lurking outside.
I just go with it.
Maybe like some Jason shit.
Yeah.
I just go with it now. Tell us what you think about CP3. Where you think they're going to end up at, and comment. Like I said, man, please comment in the Facebook. Support. Again,
Share it, like it, love it.
all that
Tell
good
a
stuff.
friend to tell a friend to tell a friend
Yeah.
I just want you to listen.
about the.
Okay.
Don't tell him that he does that weird.
Yeah. Tell them everything
Creepy
but
guy in
that
the
train.
bushes
Let them
stuff.
find out on the road.
I don't know what he's doing.
This
I
is
want him to stop.
this is
I
Current
think
Climate.
it's weird. I think it's perverted.
My name is Christian Dane. Shaw, say something.
Why?
Juicy, say something. Okay.
Okay.
All right. T-Wolves, 17. Peace.
Too cool to institute gold chain. On my Tupac shit without the nose ring. On my hoodie shit, fuck what these folks think. If Jake can make it from Mossy, then I'm gonna hide a couple bricks under my car seat. Tell my mama I was never sorry. Tell her that they got me going 60 and a 40. Catch me, nigga. Screaming, catch me, nigga, I'm too fast. Don't test me, nigga. Came from the bottom, single mother, never used food stamps. Alright, man, product of my environment. I'm tired, man, put the metal to my little nigga's chest. No Tony Stark, but I keep that Iron Man. Breathe, nigga, breathe. The last thing you hear is the sound of a gun ring. White America don't give a fuck, it's the death of another young king.